Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Tragedy strikes as a taxi driver's body is discovered in a drain at Enmore, East Coast Demerara. Families are desperately searching for missing men following a boat collision on the Mazaruni River. A wanted bulletin has been issued for a Chinese national in connection with a major money laundering case. The search continues for missing persons after the Mazaruni River mishap. Exian Sue has been charged and remanded for illegal firearm possession amidst the dismantling of a criminal network. And the traffic chief urges a crackdown on the unauthorized use of sirens and flashing lights. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Taxi driver's body discovered in drain at Enmore, East Coast Demerara. The body of 61-year-old taxi driver Rameshwaram Willie, known as Mice, was found in a drain at Enmore, East Coast Demerara, on Saturday morning. Willie, who resided at Lot 131 Logwood Enmore, ECD, was discovered face down around 08:00H by passers-by on their way to a nearby supermarket. Relatives of Willie disclosed that security footage captured him stumbling and falling into the drain. They also mentioned that he had a history of alcoholism and often returned home late at night. According to sources, Willie left his taxi base around 21:00H on Friday to drink with friends at a bar. A friend reported that Willie was the last to leave the bar, despite being advised to head home. He left between 23:00H and midnight, which is believed to be when he met his untimely demise. Willie's body has been taken to the mortuary, where it awaits a post-mortem examination. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Ongoing search for missing persons following Mazaruni River mishap. In connection with the disappearance of 3 individuals, Oswald Hudson Jr., also known as Sadie, Troy Joseph, and Cranston Davidson, the Guyana Police Force, alongside the Maritime Officer for Regional Police Division No. 7, has been conducting extensive searches in the Mazaruni and Essequibo rivers. Despite their efforts, the search for the remaining 2 missing persons, Cranston Davidson, 43, and Troy Joseph, 35, both from Agatash Village, Bartica, has yielded no results as of yet. Today, at 9:30 HRS, a dedicated team of policemen, led by Inspector Crawford and collaborating with Mr. Melville from the Maritime Administration, departed from Bartica Police Station. They are currently in the Essequibo River, performing meticulous checks in their ongoing search for the missing men. The body of Oswald Hudson Jr., called Ad Sadie, was recovered on July 6, 2024, in the Mazaruni River. The search continues for Davidson and Joseph, as their families and the authorities remain hopeful for their recovery. Wanted bulletin issued for Chinese national in money laundering case. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, has issued a wanted bulletin for a Chinese national in connection with money laundering and related serious offenses in Guyana. Xinjian Fang, 44, is wanted by the Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU, the division of the GPF responsible for investigating white-collar crimes. Fang's last known address is 47, New Road, Vreden Hoop, West Coast Demerara. Authorities urge anyone with information on Fang's whereabouts to contact SOCU at 225-3079 or 225-3084, or to reach out to the nearest police station. While the GPF has not explicitly connected Fang's case to a recent incident, the wanted bulletin follows the arrest of 3 Chinese nationals during an interagency intelligence operation at a city hotel last Tuesday. This operation resulted in the seizure of $39 million and an unlicensed 9mm pistol with 15 rounds of matching ammunition. The arrested suspects, comprising 2 males and 1 female, were identified as part of a transnational criminal group engaged in gold smuggling and other illegal activities. The female suspect, Exian Sue, has been charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm. She appeared before Magistrate Dylan Bess at the Diamond Magistrates Court last Friday, where she pleaded not guilty to the charge. The 30-year-old travel agent has been remanded to prison until her next court appearance on July 22. Exian Sue charged and remanded for illegal firearm possession amidst dismantling of criminal network. Exian Sue, a 30-year-old travel agent, was recently charged with illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition following her arrest during the dismantling of a criminal network. Sue appeared before Magistrate Dylan Bess at the Diamond Magistrates Court last Friday, where she pleaded not guilty to the charges and was subsequently remanded to prison. The case has been adjourned to July 22 for disclosure. The charges against Sue stem from an interagency intelligence operation conducted on July 9 at Providence, East Bank Demerara. This operation led to the arrest of Sue and 2 other Chinese nationals, as well as the seizure of $39 million, an unlicensed 9mm pistol, and 15 rounds of matching ammunition. The 2 other suspects have since been released pending further investigation. The Special Organized Crime Unit, SOCU, which deals with white-collar crimes, has issued a wanted bulletin for Xinjian Fang, a 44-year-old Chinese national, in connection with money laundering and related serious offenses. Fang's last known address is 47, New Road, Vredenhoop, West Coast Demerara. The police have requested that anyone with information on Fang's whereabouts contact SOCU or the nearest police station. Investigations have revealed that the suspects, including Sue and Fang, are part of a transnational criminal group involved in gold smuggling and other illegal activities. The Guyana police force continues its efforts to dismantle this network and bring those involved to justice. Traffic chief urges crackdown on unauthorized use of sirens and flashing lights. Traffic congestion, especially during rush hours, remains a significant inconvenience for many citizens. To circumvent this, some individuals have resorted to installing sirens and flashing lights on their vehicles. However, Traffic Chief AG, Senior Superintendent Mahendra Singh emphasizes that this practice is illegal and can lead to charges if caught. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, does not have the authority to grant permission for such modifications. The law is very clear. It's either fire, the police, or the ambulance, Singh stated in a recent interview with Newsroom. Guyana's laws restrict the use of sirens and flashing lights to the police force, fire service, and ambulances. Despite this, unauthorized individuals have been purchasing and using these devices to bypass traffic. The GPF has taken measures to address this issue, including several public sensitization sessions. Offenders have been brought before the courts, and the illegal equipment has been seized. Singh noted that when someone is found with these devices, they are required to remove them, and their vehicle fitness can be revoked for breaching conditions. Non-compliance leads to court charges. In November 2022, President Dr. Irfan Ali instructed Police Commissioner AG Clifton Hicken to enforce a crackdown on the unauthorized use of blue and red lights and sirens. This directive extended to government agencies, public officials, and security companies that have misused these devices. Additionally, Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben announced in February last year that laws would be amended to exempt diplomats and senior government officials from these restrictions. Despite these efforts, the installation of sirens and flashing lights on private vehicles persists. Singh highlighted the need for closer collaboration with importers of these devices to curb their unauthorized use. He questioned how such equipment passes through ports of entry without intervention from the Guyana Revenue Authority and the Guyana Bureau of Standards. There is no way those things can come into the country without customs not recognizing it or coming into contact with it. It is impossible, Singh said. He stressed that warnings are no longer sufficient and that the police must take more decisive action. This includes stopping, detaining, and initiating court proceedings against violators. These things have to do with the behaviors and attitudes of members of the public. Your vehicle is your private vehicle as a citizen of the country. You cannot install the equipment or have it installed when your vehicle is not an emergency vehicle, Singh reiterated. Families search desperately for missing men after Mazaruni River boat collision. The families of Troy Anthony Joseph, 35, and Cranston Davidson, 43, both from Agatash Village, Bartica, Region 7 Hokuyuni Mazaruni, are desperately searching for the two men who went missing during a boat collision on July 5 in the Mazaruni River. The collision, which occurred at about 23:50 h, claimed the life of 29-year-old Oswald Hudson Jr., also known as Sadie, from First Avenue Bartica. Davidson, a father of 7, and Joseph, a father of 3, who were on the boat with Hudson, remain missing. Since July 5, their families have tirelessly searched for them. Initially, police only reported the death of Oswald Hudson Jr., without acknowledging any missing persons. The families of the missing men confirmed on Sunday that Davidson and Joseph were also on the boat and have since disappeared. Davidson's bag was found floating in the river during the search. According to police reports, Shaves Thomas, 29, a boat captain from Edabali Landing, was returning home from Bartica with Rayon Mohammed, 18, also from Edabali Landing. Their wooden boat was powered by a 200-horsepower Yamaha outboard engine. Meanwhile, Oswald Hudson Sr., 60, also a boat captain from First Avenue Bartica, was heading from Edabali Landing to Bartica, carrying 2 minors, a pregnant woman, the now-deceased Oswald Jr., and the 2 missing men in his wooden boat powered by a 75-horsepower Yamaha engine. The 2 boats collided head-on near BK Quarries Incorporated, throwing the occupants into the water. Witnesses reported that after the collision, Oswald Jr. rescued one of the minors before he, Davidson, and Joseph went underwater and did not resurface. Public-spirited citizens rushed to assist, retrieving 6 people from the water and transporting them to 3rd Avenue Beach. The survivors were then taken to the Bartica Regional Hospital for assessment and treatment. A search was launched, and Oswald Jr.'s body was found last Saturday. Davidson's sister, Felicia Edwards, disclosed that Davidson and Joseph were relatives. Cranston and Troy are brothers-in-law who lived in the same yard. They worked at Aka Quarry near Kuyuni Village. On July 5, they were waiting for their pay. Cranston and Troy told their wives they would be paid at 3 p.m., but the manager delayed payment until 5 p.m. Cranston called his wife at 21:37 h, saying he was waiting for a boat to come home. Troy also called his wife, Latoya, at 20:02 h, saying he was in a vehicle heading to Edabali. Cranston called again at 10:13 p.m., still waiting for the taxi from Peruni. At 10:25 p.m., he called to say he was in a boat heading home, and his wife could hear the engine. Troy's wife called him at 10:23 p.m. and he said he was in the boat. After that, their phones went straight to voicemail. Edwards said that around 03:00 h on Saturday, they received a phone call informing them about the boat accident and that Joseph and Davidson were on the boat. They went to the hospital and the mortuary in search of the men but found no trace of them. Since then, the families have been searching for the men but to no avail. Edwards also mentioned that her brother Cranston's bag was found floating near Gold Creek, Bartica during the search. We, the family of the missing men, are frustrated with the authorities and the Guyana police force. Only the families are searching day and night with no help from the police, and we are exhausted. We want to know why this situation is being dragged out for so long, she said. Edwards expressed her frustration with the police, stating that they are not receiving any assistance and are often treated with hostility. The boat captains should have been arrested and charged until my brother and brother-in-law's bodies are found. When we inquire with the police, they are dismissive and say they can't do anything until a body is found. But they are not even helping us search. Mothers lost their sons, children lost their fathers, wives lost their husbands, and they are not doing anything. These people are human beings. Every day we are searching, hoping to find their bodies, and nothing. Right now, we are thinking something isn't right because both of these men are missing and at least one of them should have surfaced. This is 10 days, and we can't find them anywhere. The boat captains have to explain what happened. We have to assume the worst because we aren't getting any answers, Edwards said. The family is urgently appealing for assistance from the police in their search for the missing men.